Hey there, this is Andrew with ADS, here to bring you the very best in marketing and branding tips, as well as business tips for those of you who are entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, and personal branders. Welcome and thanks so much for being here. And today I just want to address a quick little issue I heard a couple people talk about ever since I did my Zoom registration, like how do you do Zoom events and parties and blah, blah, blah video, which I'll link to here. You're welcome to see that. Ever since I did that, I got plenty of questions, and one of the top questions is how do you get that cool Brady Bunch photo? So I'm going to give some tips on that, what you should do, how to do it, and what should you do if you miss the opportunity to take that photo. Here's a backup way, a way around that you can still get your nice Brady Bunch-ish Zoom kind of photo, okay? So here we go. Okay, first, if you want to get a good Zoom photo from your event, whether that's a party or a conference or whatever it is that you're hosting online with Zoom, what you want to do first is make sure that you are in grid mode. When you, the presenter, or whomever you are in the group, you want to view everything in grid mode. So there's two modes at the top right of your screen that you can see when you're live in Zoom, and that's speaker mode and grid mode. Speaker mode is going to focus on the speaker, and so it's going to show the speaker screen, but grid mode shows everybody else in the room at the time. So you want the one that shows everyone else in the room, and that gives you your whole Brady Bunch kind of look. You want to encourage everyone to turn their videos on. So if they don't have their video on, what you're going to get is a bunch of black screens with names or even worse, phone numbers on them, which is another thing to deal with. So you want to encourage people to turn their video screens on, please, at least for this moment, and you want to prep people beforehand so they know you are wanting to take a picture, especially if it's something like your birthday, but also for events, for conferences, make sure people know to be picture ready and not just slovenly in their pajamas with drool and whatever else, and they're like, no way, I can't turn my camera on. So you want to make sure that your people look good and they're prepared to take a photo, okay? And also the other thing is lighting. These are all things that people have to learn. Not everyone just knows this intuitively. So you have to tell them, put a lamp light on you. Don't face a window typically if sunlight is coming through there, because it's going to mean that you're going to get blacked out in your photo. And so you have a light source facing you like a lamp. Make sure your angle's decent, be dressed how you want to be dressed, and be prepared for a photo. So that's preparing your audience. And when you're live and ready to take your photo, you're just going to give everyone a heads up, and you're just going to say, hey, it's time to take a picture. So you're going to have everyone on the count of 3 smile. And you might want to do something also fun besides just having everyone sit there and smile like this, because if you have lots of people on the screen, it just looks like people sitting there sort of smiling, and some people won't show teeth and they look kind of like this, smiling, and that's very boring. So sometimes you may want to tell them like wave or something like that, wave and smile like this, and that makes for a fun, lively picture. So you say on a count of 3, and you take, what you're going to do is take a screenshot. Okay, and so depending on the type of computer you're on, most people, if you hit Control Print Screen, there is usually a print screen button towards the top right of your keyboard. Control Print Screen will do a screenshot, or there's a simple little tool I really like. I think it's called Snippet, which I'll show you. And you just click it. It looks like a little scissors icon. You just click it, and it will freeze the frame as it is in that moment, and you can crop around what you want to save. You save it as a picture and you're done. I usually save mine to the desktop, and I take a couple of them. So I just tell people smile and wave for some time. Usually it's at least 5 seconds, so I can at least get 2 or 3 photos, because I guarantee you 2 of those are going to be bad. People are not going to be looking, they're not going to be ready, so you got to get the one where most people are ready. Oh, also another tip, because if you have more than 1 page of people, you might have to take several photos. And the key is you're not going to know who's in what frame, so you're just going to have to tell people, just keep smiling and waving, everyone will do it. You take a picture of page 1, take a picture of page 2, You may have a page 3 and take a picture of that, but make sure you get all the pages, okay? Very, very important. So that's how to take a picture live. But let's talk about what happens if you forgot to take a picture live and you're like, oh no, this was such and such's 50th birthday and we needed photos to take, remember it. And it was so special and we forgot, we didn't know how to do it. Guess what? It is not the end of the world. There is a fix around this. And as a matter of fact, I did this for my own birthday, and it is how I got the photos that you see on my thumbnail of this video. And there's a simple way to do this. And I say simple. It does take a little sweat equity, but it is worth it if the photo and the memory is worth it to you. Yes, you are going to do this, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to go through your whole recorded video. So you go to Zoom, you go to your recorded videos, and this is very important. Always record your videos because you never know, especially if it's a very important event, momentous, record it. I record mine because I do so many of them. I record mine in the cloud. So that way it's not taking up space on my computer. The other option is you can save it on your local computer, but video files are very big. So if you've not dealt with video files before, you do not want those saving on your computer, especially if you got an older computer. It's going to bog it all the way down. So make sure you save your recordings onto the cloud. Click that option in Zoom, okay? And you want to go to your recordings in Zoom, you pull them up, you pull up the files, and you want to go through and take out the photos. You're basically stopping the video at points where you see a good picture opportunity for someone. So you forgot to take the picture live, but what you're doing now is you're going through and finding good enough pictures of your guests that you can patch into a Brady-Bunch-like video looking screen as if you took it live, okay? So you're gonna go through your video, stop where you see a good picture opportunity. Somebody was laughing, they were smiling when they were talking. Awesome. So, maybe somebody only talked once the whole time. Well, you have to make sure you go find that time when they talked and snag their picture. And the same thing, you're taking screenshots of that moment when they're talking and they're smiling or something, waving, laughing is even better. Laughing always shows a genuine good time as opposed to the stuffy, cheesy smile like that. Okay, so go through, snag pictures throughout the video, try to get all of your guests. Hopefully you don't have thousands of them because this would be a problem. And anyway, you wouldn't want thousands of pictures. I mean, you wouldn't want that anyway on a Brady-Bunch-like screen. So, you had an event of 50 to 100 people. This is doable. So again, you're going to stop it when you get to a good place and you screenshot their picture and you save all the pictures. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go into one of two places. Very, very simply, everyone has this and can do this. And so you can go in PowerPoint and create a grid where you lay out all the photos as evenly as possible. And there's some other things you can do like snap to grid and all this if you want to get super fancy, make sure it's very, very aligned. You can do all that, or you can also just, sort of eyeball it because this is for, most of the time, this is going to be for fun and all that good stuff. But either way, you want to make sure it's aligned as straight up and down as possible and all the pictures are the same size, okay? And that is how you can lay out your Brady-Bunch-like grid. And once you've laid it out, then you want to save a picture of that entire page. So in PowerPoint, you can actually export your PowerPoint slides as a picture, a PNG file, something like that. Or also you can just, again, take another screenshot and then you've got a screenshot of your people laid out nicely as if they were live on Zoom. The other option is you could try, if you are familiar with Canva, you can try a tool like Canva and you can lay it out there and save it as a picture. And that, my dears, is how you get around not taking a picture live. If you did not take your picture live and you're like, no, oh, it's ruined, all is lost, all is not lost, you can still get your lovely Brady-Bunch-like picture. So there's probably many, many other ways around this, just like there's tons of ways to skin a cat, quote unquote, even though people hate that quote. basically there's so many ways around doing the same thing. So what tips do you have for getting cool photos from your Zoom events and all that? I'd love to hear in the comments below. And also, if this is your first time here, be sure to subscribe. The button is below, so you can subscribe to this channel. Again, my name is Andrea with the ADS Agency. So pleased to have you here. Be sure to follow us at THEADS Agency. That's the ADS Agency on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. We're also on TikTok, but you can follow me at Miss ADS08 on TikTok. That's my bigger account. And also, I would be remiss if I did not put in a plug for my event, which is coming up October 10th. If you're watching this in 2020 and it's not October yet, you need to make plans to come to this event. Saturday, October 10th, Brand Tech Day is coming. And this is for the people who are entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, personal branders, which is you and I, everyone on some level is a personal brander. This is all about pulling together branding and technology for your benefit in one day. We are bringing all the great experts together and a really cool keynote speaker that you don't want to miss, plus some other surprises. So check out all the details at brandtechday.com. I can't wait to see you there. Early bird tickets are over August 25th. Prices go up August 25th. So I'm trying to tell you now. Don't say I didn't tell you. Don't come to me after August 25th and be like, oh, I missed the early bird prices. Can I please get? They are what they are. August 25th. Do not miss that date for early bird tickets to Brand Tech Day. BrandTechDay.com. Make sure you go there, and I will see you later, cuties. Bye.